Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from today's title, I am going to be recreating my prom makeup look. Back in high school, I didn't really know that much about makeup. Anything that I knew was either from my older sister Brianna or from my mom. YouTube wasn't really a thing. I didn't go to beauty school. I didn't work at a beauty store. I was self-taught. So why I thought that I could do my makeup for prom? We didn't highlight and contour, we didn't bake, we didn't even fill in our eyebrows. Beauty blenders didn't even exist when I was in high school. So I thought it would be fun using the products and knowledge that I have to recreate my look and see if I can get a better result. Without making this intro too long, let's just get on to the video. So priming your face was not a thing when I was in high school, or maybe it was, but I most certainly did not do it. Today, it is something that I do all the time. I have very oily skin, so I use something that fills in my pores and helps keep oil away all day long. I didn't really use foundation back in high school either. I didn't know how to, and there weren't many things that were too great out on the drugstore market, so I usually just stuck to taking a bronzer and putting it all over my face. Today there are a lot of different foundations that I use all the time. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation today because it is great for special occasions since it doesn't have flashback, and it also gives a nice satin finish to the skin. Concealer was definitely something that I used to use all the time. It was one of the only products that I would put on my face. I like to use my NARS Radiant Creamy concealer to conceal anything under my eyes that is discolored, like my bags, and also to highlight that whole area. That's why I also put it on my forehead, down the center of my nose, on my chin, and right in my cupid's bow. Setting that concealer was also definitely very much so not a thing when I was in high school, but today I use my Mercier setting powder, and I am going to set just under my eyes right now because I'm going to go in and cream contour after. Moving on to eyebrows, like I said, eyebrows were just not a thing for everyday makeup, so I didn't know how to do it back then, but today I do it every single day. I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in medium brown and a small angled brush, and I fill them in. If you want to see how I do that, I will leave my video for my eyebrow tutorial linked right up here. To make them a little bit more precise for special occasions, I like to take my eyeshadow primer. This is the NYX eyeshadow base in Natural, and I pick some up on a short brush and just line the bottom of it and blend it down onto my lid. When I'm done with that, I go over that with translucent powder again, just to make sure that the eyeshadows that I put over it blend out nicely. As far as my eyeshadow was concerned, I know that I was going for a kind of brown smoky eye with gold shimmer. I actually have the eyeshadow that I used at my prom. It was just these 4 metallic shadows, and I used them on my whole eye. I'll put a picture up right here of a kind of close-up on my eye look. I am actually not going to be using these because they're probably disgusting and will probably give me an eye infection since prom was like 6 years ago now. I think I'm going to use a combination of my Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills and my Morphe 35W palette. Transition shades, not a thing. Blending brush, not a thing. Now, I have stuff like this. So I'm going to go in with a lighter brown transition shade. If you watch any of my tutorials, I always start with the transition shade to make sure that any other colors I put on blend out seamlessly. I'm going to go in with a darker brown now on a smaller blending brush to intensify that crease. Going back with that first blending brush, I'm going to blend it out. Blending was definitely not a thing for me in high school. I had maybe a total of 5 makeup brushes overall. On my lid, instead of going in with just a straight up gold, I'm going to take my finger in Tempera, which is just a light kind of satin shade. I'm going to put that down first because that's going to help intensify the gold when I put it on later. I'm going to spray a little bit of setting spray on a little eyeshadow brush before I dip it into the gold shadow. Definitely not a thing that I did in high school. Just going to blend that edge together again so that it's not so harsh. To finish that off, I'm going to take another darker brown shade on a small contour brush and really intensify and define that outer V. Go back one final time with that blending brush and blend that all out. Now I'm going to take a smudger brush and a little bit of that dark brown again and smudge this along my lower lash line. It is time for eyeliner. I tried back in high school. I tried so hard to get that perfect wing. My mom always did a winged eyeliner. My sister Brianna always did a winged eyeliner. I just didn't understand it. Today I use liquid eyeliner. I love my Kat Von D tattoo liner in the color Trooper, and I like to give myself a nice big dramatic wing every time I go out. Alright, I'm gonna leave that alone for now and move on to the rest of the face. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off under my eyes. Completely unnecessary step in high school because didn't bake, didn't even set my under eyes. Moving on to contouring, I'm going to use the Hoola Quickie contour stick. If you guys want to see my full routine for contouring, I will also leave that up here. Again, contouring was just not a thing when I was in high school. I used bronzer, but that was just about it, and I didn't even use my bronzer correctly. I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in light to medium. This is the powder one, and I'm going to intensify that contour again. You can see all of this, how I do it, why I do it, in that last video about highlighting and contouring. Bronzing, again, I'm going to use my Anastasia kit here, and I'm going to take this lighter shade here. I just used to take a big fluffy brush like this and literally put it all over my face like it was a foundation powder. Blush was actually something I was really big on in high school. It was one of the only things that I used, and I still have the blush that I used to use. It is the Cheekers blush from Covergirl, I guess. And this is in Plumberry Glow. This is probably the one thing that I did know how to do. Moving on, highlighting. Definitely something that was not a thing when I was in high school. I'm gonna use this new highlighter I just picked up from Wet n Wild called the MegaGlo Highlighter Powder. And this is in Blossom Glow, right on the high points of my face. I like to bring it down the center of my nose, a little bit on the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow. And then to finish off the eyes, I'm going to put this on my inner corners and on my brow bone. Okay, let's wrap this up with the eyes. To set my brows, I'm going to use the Benefit 3D Brow Tones. Again, eyebrows were not a thing, so setting your brows was not a thing. I didn't wear false lashes to prom, but I did put on a crap ton of mascara. I think I used like 5 different things, put a layer of each on. Today I'm actually going to use fake lashes. I'm going to use the Ardell Faux Mink lashes, and these are 810. Before I put on those lashes, I'm going to use the Clinique High Impact Mascara just to give a nice black coat to my lashes. Alright, not the best, but not the worst. Actually, probably the worst, but they're on there, so whatever. Lips, again, were definitely not a thing when I was in high school. Other people obviously wore lipstick, but I hated the way lipstick looked on me, so I never wore it. Today, I am going to be using Ofra Pasadena liquid lipstick and the NYX lip liner in nude suede shoes. I'm gonna set everything in place with a nice layer of Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray, and that is it for my makeup. I actually bought extensions for prom and made like a MacGyvered ponytail extension thing that was all pinned into place. Today I have moved on from those extensions. I have new extensions that I just got into and I love. I'm going to throw some of those in, change my earrings, and I will be back with the final look. So this is the final look. I'm going to put a little side by side now. I don't know about you guys, but I think that this looks so much better than the makeup that I actually had for my prom. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button right down below to see more videos like this from me in the future, and give this video a big thumbs up so I know that you guys like this kind of content. Share this video with your friends, your family. Redo this look yourself. Let me see you recreate your prom looks. Send me a personal message. Tag me on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram information somewhere around here. And until next time, bye guys!